This episode of Talkin' About Rock is sponsored by Unleashed Music. Drawing on years of experience, contacts, and partnerships, Unleashed Music is uniquely positioned to platform, develop, and realize the vision of artists of all genres. Achieve your goals by partnering with Unleashed Music and take advantage of their decades of experience to help you create and execute your marketing campaign. Visit unleashedmusic.com for more info.
On this episode of Talking About Rock, original Trixter vocalist Pete Loran. Hello and welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock. I'm your host, Rob Edwards. Here we bring you rock interviews from veteran and upcoming artists. Subscribe on our YouTube channel to stay up to date. You follow us on our social media and our website, talkingaboutrock.com. Joining us today, we have a multi-platinum award-winning singer-songwriter, best known for being the lead singer of the 1990s band Trixter. He is here to chat with us about his latest solo project and single, Around Again. Let's welcome Pete Loran to the show. Pete, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for joining us, man. So I've been checking out the latest song here, and I think you've been describing it, and it fits very well. It's kind of organic and earthy, kind of a different approach from what we've heard from you before.
Yeah, I think if you knew me from what I've done in the past and were going to listen to a song that was new for me separately, you were probably not expecting what we actually ended up giving everybody as the final project there. They probably were thinking, oh, it's going to be, 80s rock, 90s rock, and the typical, you know what I'm saying? And it's not.
It's not. It's a really cool song. It's different, but I really, really dig it. And you wrote this, I think, with James Olson, right?
Yeah. Yep. James is a guy that I met within the last couple years. Goes by Rooster. This guy is a serious guitar player. Can play anything from shred to chicken picking. Spent a bunch of time in Colorado with the rock scene. Went down to Nashville. Did a bunch of touring with big acts. I mean, this guy was playing sold out stadiums with Mark Chestnut. This guy's been around the planet 1,000 times. Great writer, great dude.
Excellent. Yeah, very, very cool. And like you're saying, this is definitely, a lot different from the Trixter stuff. When Trixter came out, the videos hit on MTV, and I think it was kind of like the tail end of the rock stuff. The grunge was just about to start to happen. You guys got a lot of traction for kind of a short period of time, and then grunge kind of took over, it seems,
Yep, we recorded that first record in '89 in LA and was released in '90. Things were still pretty good at that time. We had jumped on a bunch of cool tours. We were out with Scorpions, we were out with Kiss, we were out with Warrant, Firehouse, did some shows of Poison. So things were going real well for about a year and a half, and then the wheels came off the wagon.
Yeah, so and then Nirvana hit and changed the music that I grew up to listen to, and yeah, things definitely changed, and they seem to want to watch people in their garage with sneakers on for a while. But
yep.
But anyway, that's kind of how it came about. All right. So we'll take a quick break here. I want to check out the song and the video for Around Again. Okay. We'll play that for you folks here, and we'll be right back here with Pete Loran on Talking About Rock.
So blue. Somehow you always find your way. I don't wanna make you cry, but you keep coming around again. Maybe I just say goodbye if you keep coming around again, around again, around again, around again.
Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with Pete Loran. Just checked out the new track there for Around Again. Very cool, man. And so I think what we're hoping is maybe we'll see some more stuff coming out. You guys got some stuff in the works going on, or what?
I've got another song that I've had recorded for probably, I want to say 5 years now. More of a rock song. Wasn't done with Rooster. Was done with some other guys that a lot of you know who they are, and we'll divulge that when the song comes out. But it's a rocker. There's going to be a real video for it, and I'm hoping to get that out, released probably within the next month or two. And then Rooster and I are going to go back to the work table there and see what else we can come up with.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, all right.
Yep.
So the other thing that's kind of been buzzing a little bit on the internet, and I've been checking this out. You know, this past March, you joined Trixter's guitarist Steve Brown on stage. You did some stuff, and so it's kind of created a little bit of buzz here. We had Steve Brown on Talking About Rock a little while back when he was starting to go out with Trixter and do some stuff.
Yep.
But what I've been reading through online is people really dug this, and they're kind of hoping maybe we'll see this again. You know, I've been looking on Reddit and a couple different social media platforms, and people are hoping to see this again. Any chance of maybe you stepping in with the guys again, doing something?
Well, it's funny. That was here in Arizona, and those guys, Steve and PJ, are doing they're out there keeping the legacy going.
Right.
Playing the songs.
Yeah, they're doing like a Trixter acoustic type of thing.
Yeah.
What they're calling it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really acoustic, really. I mean, they're,
right.
They've got
Steve said it was like semi-acoustic.
Yeah, he's right about that. They've got a guy named Ben on drums with them, and it's really cool what they're doing. And they were coming through town, and I hadn't been on stage with those guys in a really long time. And PJ reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're going to be in your area. You should come say hello." And I was like, "Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see you guys and whatnot." And he's like, "What do you think about maybe jumping up for a couple songs?" I was like, "Oh, okay. All right. Well, here we go." So I did. I jumped up for a few songs. It was pretty interesting to kind of sit towards the back of the venue and watch them doing those songs and me not be a part of it. It was interesting to say the least.
That had to be a little strange for you, right? Seeing that, right?
Yeah. And I don't know that a lot of people knew that I was going to be there. And when I jumped up, it was great. I mean, it was, it just kind of felt like it always did. Just was really cool. So to answer your question, would I ever do that again? Yeah, absolutely. Where and when, that's left to be seen, but I'm not against it. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and tour with those guys. They're doing their thing. They got 15 other projects going on at the same time, but absolutely I would. Yeah.
Yeah. I know Steve's a busy guy. He's doing lots of other stuff, and he was working on Ace Frehley's album, getting that all put together and everything. Yep. But yeah, just when I was coming across some stuff and I was reading, well, people really dug this, man. They're hoping to see you guys, do this again. So hopefully maybe you can work something out there. It looks like you guys are in good communication.
Oh yeah,
with that. But not so great from looks like former drummer Mark Scott. He's been pretty verbal about his thoughts on not being too happy with the other guys in the band here. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the real scoop is on that, but he's made some definite comments online back and forth. They don't seem to be getting along very well. But but I'm glad to hear that, you're still in with these guys, and hopefully we can see this again. You know what I mean? As fans, like it's hard when we see that type of stuff, right? You always think these bands that came up and they're all a group of guys and they all get along and it's like a family or a brotherhood,
Right.
But they got to realize, it's a business too. It's not just, a group of guys, that it's a brotherhood or a band. It's a business, and sometimes things don't work out with folks, and things don't work out,
It's funny you say about, as from a fan's perspective or whatnot, it kind of bothers them. And for us, being in it, we don't necessarily, I don't know. I don't want to say we don't necessarily think that would be the case, but we're kind of taken off guard. Like, I mean, just like when somebody reaches out to me or sees me, oh, I love your music, I love it. I'm taken off guard by that because I don't expect it. So, but as far as the brotherhood thing, and it is a business, absolutely. Trixter did start truly as a brotherhood because three
Right.
of
And
us
Steve said he recruited you, basically, right? He kind of went after you. He said, he goes, I know this great looking guy, man. I want him in my band. I'm going to talk him into it, type of thing. That's kind of what he said.
Yeah, I mean, more or less, it started with a phone call and me hearing some music in the background, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" And he's like, "Oh, it's me playing guitar." I'm like, I knew how old he was. I think he was maybe 12 or 13 at the time, and I was, I think, 17. I was like, "No, you're not. You're not playing guitar." He's like, "Oh yeah, I got a band," and that's kind of how it started. So, but Gus was also, he grew up in that same town as we did. We all went to the same high school. PJ was from a couple towns over, but it did start as a brotherhood. It started as like I want to say like a gang mentality. It was like us against everybody.
Right.
We're gonna make it.
Right.
We're
That's what
gonna
Steve was saying.
Yeah.
He was like super gung ho. He's like, this is going to happen. Whatever I have to do to make it happen.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way he exactly was. So it's hard for the fans to see that guys don't get along and then airing it out to the public. I'm not for that. That shouldn't have been done, in my opinion, on all sides. But who knows? Maybe one day, they can repair those areas there. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, we just see that a lot lately, right? As the bands get older and they
Yeah.
fracture. Right now the big thing is the Skid Row things back
Yeah.
going
Oh
again,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because Eric wasn't well enough to continue on the tour, so Lizzie Hale stepped in, and people were like astounded. It was amazing, and so
No,
now
she's
they're on the
great.
search
She's
for
so
a new
good.
singer, and it's like, oh, it's back and forth. Who's going to be the new singer? Oh, they're
Yeah.
going to take Sebastian. Like I said, as fans, we always think it's like, oh, if they could get along and bring back the original stuff and do that,
Yeah.
that's what we
Yeah.
would want to see, right? From all the different standpoints, So
Yeah, a lot of people want to see that reunion. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think it's ever going to happen. But I know a lot of people would love it.
yeah, just never say never. I guess you never know what's going to be around that corner.
That's true.
Well, I hope you guys, get back together. Maybe write some material in the future together. I think that would be outstanding.
Sure.
Very, very cool. We look for the new material coming out from you. Folks, you can check out the latest release, Around Again, from Pete Loran. And what's your social and website for folks to check out for you?
It's real simple. Instagram, it's just Pete Loran. Facebook, Pete Loran again. I kind of started a TikTok reluctantly. Also Pete Loran, and it's like, it's just barely got started. My YouTube channel, also again, Pete Loran. Everything, I'm going to kind of steer everything towards that YouTube channel. Different, some different stuff's going to be on there too. Some different type of content for me. I'm going to try to make sure I get out stuff at least a couple times a month, if not more. Going to try to ramp that up a bit. So that's where you can find me.
All right. Excellent. Well, thanks so much for spending some time with us. We really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.